Hello and welcome to my update video about Cardano. We want to take a look at the snippet from the 14th of April, 2 weeks ago, a bit more than 2 weeks ago, and what I said as a forecast. Where would be the next major support? So for me, next major support would be here at that low at 7, so basically in that zone here between 78 and 77 cents. If you lose this, which I think is still possible, there is still downside potential for Cardano to dive deeper into the sea, into the ocean, then we could even get down to 55 cents. That is the target area that I still have on the chart from when we, even when we started to move up here, I left it on. Okay, so obviously this level has now been reached after around about 2 weeks. Yeah, so we have come down here overnight very strongly again, in a very impulsive move, which actually suggests that the downtrend isn't over yet, because the more impulsive you're coming down, the more actually the downtrend is also increasing in momentum. You know, normally towards the end of a downtrend, you get a weaker downtrend, you get a slowdown, you see bullish divergences on the chart. And to be honest, I think we can even see a bullish divergence on the chart, but here very recently it increased again, that downside momentum. We still can see here a bullish divergence on the chart from this swing low to that swing low. That means higher lows on the 4-hour RSI. It means lower lows on the price chart, but it's not a huge bullish divergence. And however, it could indicate that at some point here we see a reversal, but it is only one indicator. And to be honest, we're now oversold on the 4-hour. Let's just check the daily chart. How is that looking? Here on the daily, we're now oversold as well. Last time we were oversold, that was this low here, already where we were before, around about 75 cents. And before that, we were here, that was end of November, when we first came down here so strongly to $1.13. So key support now, yeah. We had a long wick coming down here. That wick is now certainly filled, and we are spending quite a bit of time there. The daily candle closed around that level. That didn't happen the last time. The last time we recovered and closed the price within this descending wedge that we had on the chart. Now we're coming down even stronger. All not without, not with surprise actually. I mean, we talked about these levels, and the primary expectation is to come into this region between 30 and 55 cents. So we should all be happy about it because we've been talking about them. But of course, we all want higher prices as well. We've spent a long time now in this correction, and when we get to these levels, it's always like, oh, are we actually going to hold them? Yeah, you know, everybody starts to panic a little bit, and this is also when it gets very exciting. And also I think about, right, we're now getting to these levels that we've been talking about for many weeks, but are we actually going to hold it in another Bitcoin dip that I still expect? And I had a few comments about, yes, it's all fine and so on, but it assumes that Bitcoin is not going to rally from here. So I can't see Bitcoin rally from here. Honestly, I can't. If it does, it would be perfect for anyone who's been following my buy orders, because my buy orders have kicked in when we reached target areas, and it's all about dollar cost averaging in sort of the current price range. And, you know, not all of them triggered yet, which means we expected those low prices anyway. But as soon as the last one is triggered, we're ready, and that won't be long. You know, we're getting close to these levels, and for Cardano, the next major support, if we really lose that 75 cent level, as I said in the video from 2 weeks ago, then the next target would be that 55 cent level. There will be a little bit of support along the way. I think we took a look at it here previously. There's a bit of an area of you know, support, previous support here around 68 cents, but it's not anything major. You know, if I zoom in here, there was a little bit of trading going on here. We had a bit of support here, but nothing major, that is. So yeah, you can then drop fairly quickly. So the 75 cent level, it better holds, but it's looking critical. You know, it is as thin as thin ice. It's very thin ice on which Cardano is dancing there at the moment. And from here, a drop to the next target, which is the, you know, you might think for yourself, what are these target areas? Well, these are the areas in which Cardano should get to, ideally, to start a reversal, and this is sitting between the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level at 55 cents and the 88.7 Fib level at 30 cents. And the way I understand all these charts at the moment, and it seems to me that all larger cap cryptos will get and will see those target areas between the 88.7 and the 78.6% Fib level. The problem that we have is that many lower cap cryptos, many lower cap altcoins are already in these areas. Yeah, they reached them earlier than, for example, Solana. They reached them earlier than Cardano. They reached them earlier than Polkadot. Yeah, so the larger cap cryptos are holding better currently, with the exception of XRP, than many lower cap cryptos. And the problem is, if a lower cap crypto drops below the 88.7% Fibonacci level, there isn't much more support there, and they really risk going much lower. So it's like the 88.7% Fib level is like the last resort, that the last exit on the motorway. Yeah, if that is missed, then it takes you obviously much longer to get to the destination. And obviously we want a reversal, and therefore Cardano really needs to take that exit before it reaches, or at least at the latest at 30 cents. If it doesn't do it, then also Cardano will also go much lower. But at that point, then it probably doesn't matter, because all of the other coins are, have gone down massively. And what I need to say, that Cardano, a lot of people are disappointed by Cardano's performance. Objectively, Cardano has not dropped any more than other cryptos. It hasn't dropped any more than other cryptos. I don't know why people always get so frustrated about ADA. It hasn't dropped any more. It pretty much is at the same level, or maybe it dropped a little bit more. Yeah, but it is pretty much at a similar level, or at a similar percentage of a drop, like for example Solana, and a lot of cryptos dropped more, to be honest. Yeah, so in my view, these larger cap cryptos, including Cardano, but also Solana, what else do we have? Polkadot, they are holding quite well, and they still have space for further downside, which is reassuring, because in another Bitcoin drop, they have the buffer to stay above these critical support levels, which is, well, the 30 cent level is like the last resort. Yeah. Yesterday I had a comment of someone that my TA is too bearish, but yeah, people said that when we were at a $3 phantom, right? People said my TA is too bearish, or at a $2 phantom, right? And there you go. We're now just approaching the last target level on the phantom chart. So we want to be realistic. And the person also said that yes, maybe 55 cent happens, but 30 not. But it can happen very quickly. It can happen. You just see how quickly we dropped from 125 to 75 cents. We halved it within a month. So yeah, it's exciting times at the moment in the crypto market. Volatility is good. It's interesting. Yeah, but people get very, very fearful. As you know, on this channel, I try to promote, don't be fearful. If you invested in a project, hopefully you believe in it. And then you shouldn't be fearful, even in a price drop. I know it's hard. If you're trading, you should have used stop losses anyway. If you really do trading, short-term trading. And if you do trading or longer-term trading, swing trading, or even hodling without stop loss, then you just need to believe in the project and you need to hold. That is what I do. Then you need to be willing to accept those price drops. Welcome to the crypto market. It's just what happens in any market, really, that is very young, like the crypto market. And yeah, with Cardano, we are just above, just before dropping below that 75 cent level. So if that drops, we can say hello to 55 cents. Is there a chance to turn around? Yes, of course, especially as we're now overbought, oversold, of course, but it's not coming up yet. So I'll keep you updated about that. What we need to see as the signal for that is at least some sort of a bullish candlestick, an engulfing bullish candle. What we're doing here at the moment is still very corrective. You see that strength throughout this whole downtrend, how strong we were coming down. Big red candles, a little bit of a corrective move up, big red candles down, bit of a corrective move up, huge red candles down again. And here again, big engulfing red candles. And what is coming here up as green candles and buying volume is not a lot. So Until that changes, we can't really talk about a recovery. A recovery at any point, in my view, is possible all the way up to 91 cents, 91 and a half, without without breaking that downtrend. Even here, ideally, you want to get above the 98 cent level. That's pretty much where the 61.8% fib level is, and these important swing highs here. But the main level I'm looking out for is the $1.01 level. We had a lot of support here along the way, resistance, and only if you break above that, really, there's a chance to get to 125. 125 is then the next structurally very, very important level on the upside, but we're far away from that. And I think still we are going to see lower levels for many altcoins unless Cardano now really starts to go moving and Bitcoin now suddenly starts to move up. That gives Cardano a chance. If not, there's a risk that today Cardano drops even further. Okay, that is my view about Cardano. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.